Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today it's all about the pork tenderloin. We're going to put it all on the flat top, but we've got a really good twist. You guys stay tuned. All right guys, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. We're going to go on a ledge just a little bit. Never done it before, but I'm telling you, we just went on vacation and this has got my inspiration taste buds just going. We ate at this Italian restaurant. When I travel, I always try to find that hole in the wall. Literally, hole in the wall. We show up, the hotel looks abandoned. It's a restaurant in a hotel. And we're like, We get out of the car and everybody's like, no. So we got back in the car and I'm like, come on, we just got to try it. You never know. So after the family got out of the car, we got back in the car. And then we decided to get out of the car again to go try it. And hands down, it was the best Italian that all 6 of us had eaten. So now, disclaimer, I'm not Italian. Don't come at me saying I said a word wrong or I did something wrong. I don't want to hear it. It was good food, so I'm going to replicate it the best I can. The difference is 2 of the items that we had on the menu are not from East Tennessee. I can tell you that right now.
This was not no Olive Garden.
No. And the difference is we made spaghetti sauce out of a jar of better by adding Italian sausage, red wine, etc., okay? But what they've done, they've taken like the traditional marinara sauce and finished it with white wine, garlic, and butter. They also took an Alfredo sauce and finished it with white wine. And what it did to it just made, I'm telling you guys, I tell you all the time, from here to here, okay? I loved it. So we're gonna replicate that sauce today. In doing so, this is gonna be the method behind the madness. I got some pork tenderloin. I've already trimmed off the silver skin. We're going to make medallions out of these, pound them out. We're going to fry them in some breadcrumbs, okay? Sautéed spinach over top, some crumbled bacon, and then finish that Alfredo sauce with wine to pour over top of it. God, I am pumped. So, you guys ready? Let's get to going. All right, first things first, let's get the bacon started. I don't need a lot, just a couple pieces. This is going to be crumbled over top of the pork.
And that's thick cut, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. This is what the store had. Luckily, they had that. All right, so let's get over here. Show them how to do this pork real quick. All right, so the idea with the pork, save that one for the girls, is this right here. So it's already been trimmed up, okay? So I'm going to come in here and create fat medallions because this pork tenderloin's pretty thin, pretty skinny. Show you guys real quick. I'm going to do this whole section and then I'll show you when we're done. So turn them up. This is kind of like my take on veal. My mother-in-law had this veal Alfredo. See, just like that. Just pound it out thin. Just like that, just like a little cutlet, okay? That's about the perfect size we're going for. All right, now that our meat's pounded out, I'm just gonna come back in here and season our meat. I specifically do not like seasoning the dredge. I think you lose a lot of the seasoning in the mix. I'd rather season the meat. I think it's just a personal preference. Salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, and just a touch of Italian seasoning, not too much. I'm only going to do Italian on one side. I don't want to over season it. Just checking our bacon. The only thing I'm looking to do is render out all the fat, make some crispy bacon, and then I'm going to start frying in the bacon grease with our pork. And this right here is just the extra pork tenderloin. I'm gonna make this for the girls. All right, so a simple dredge. I've got 3 eggs right here. I'm only gonna batter this once. I don't want it super heavy. One, I'm watching my carbs. but two, that's how they made it. It was light. I can't imagine eating Italian and feeling light after you eat it, but that's what it felt like. So let's get a good dredge on one of them. I'm gonna do the rest of them. Continue cooking that bacon. Show you guys what it looks like when we come back.
And that's just Italian style breadcrumbs.
Yes. So this is what one coating looks like right there. I'm gonna do the rest of them just like that. All right, now that we've taken our bacon off, I'm just let the grease drain out. We're gonna start working on our Alfredo sauce before we start frying the pork. Okay, trying to balance the time frame. First thing I'm gonna do, add some butter. I don't know, maybe about 2 tablespoons. Some right through there. This is not necessarily a lot of sauce that I want, but I don't know, a good heaping spoon of garlic, as much as you like. I like the garlic, I like the bite. While that's working, I've got 8 ounces of heavy cream. One daughter likes red sauce, the other daughter likes white sauce, and they refuse to eat the exact opposite. They will not touch it. So here we are, short order cook, making marinara one night and Alfredo every single time. So, all right, look, the butter is getting the garlic all nice and fragrant.
Ooh, it smells good.
I'm just gonna add all that in. I'm gonna hold off on salt right now because the Parmesan cheese is gonna be super salty, or salty enough, and then we'll adjust our seasoning as need be. All right, for the people that ask, what temperature are we shooting at today? I'm about 415 to 450, somewhere through there. I've got the bacon grease left on. I'm just gonna touch it up a little bit with some avocado oil. And now the time for the pork. Just like a shallow fry. All right, see this? See how our cream's come up to a boil? Honestly, I typically would never suggest somebody have your cream that hot. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it off the heat to add the Parmesan cheese. If you add the Parmesan cheese and your cream's too hot, it's just gonna curdle. So I'm just let it cool down for a second. See how fast that takes? And dump in a good amount of Parmesan cheese.
How much would you say? Was that full?
No, a good cup. That's probably a good cup of shredded. This is why I didn't add the salt, because you add so much cheese. This is also your thickening agent. If you're trying to reduce your cream, or you've got your cream going, and you feel like it's just too much, don't forget that the cheese, once melted, is going to thicken this up. And you guys can see there, that's starting to thicken it up.
Cheesy.
All right. That cooled it down quite a bit, so let's do this. Put this back on. As soon as this comes up to the next boil, I'm going to finish it with some white wine. How much? No clue. We'll have to test it out. All right, see right there? Maybe a quarter to half a cup would be my guess. I know that when you tasted the Alfredo, I was shocked about how much white wine came through. Is that traditional? I have no idea. It was the first time I'd ever had it, and I fell in love with it. So this is kind of like the homage.
Good.
Taste it.
Let me taste your finger. You, I don't want to stick my
On
finger in the
TV?
hot pan.
Oh, finger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which, Oh, that's good.
Right?
That's
Don't it just like seem like it just tastes clean and crisp instead of like heavy and fatty? All right, we'll let that come up right to a boil again. I'm gonna check the thickness on this. Remember, anytime you're using milk, flour, cream, somewhere through there, concoctions, it will thicken as it cools down. So just remember that. All right. Oh yeah. A little bit more salt, although I probably don't need any now I'm thinking about the bacon. And I do want a little bit more pepper. I don't know if I added pepper to begin with. That's probably why it needs it. All right, I'm gonna move this off the heat, let this cool down a little bit. So our Alfredo sauce right now is done. I'm just gonna let it chill out. We're gonna continue cooking. All right, just doing a rough chop on the bacon, trying to make sure the pieces stay intact. While that's going on, I'm going to pull our pork medallions. Let those cool for a second. All right, last step. As soon as this butter goes on, I'm going to turn the flat top off. There's plenty of residual heat. Hit it just a little bit of avocado oil. Come back in again with just a little bit of garlic. Let that garlic warm up. Now this is going to go by pretty quick, okay? It's almost like a stir fry. Fresh cracked pepper and salt.
And that was a 10-ounce bag of spinach?
Yes.
Baby spinach.
All right, like I said, it doesn't take long. And there you go, some sauteed spinach. Woo! All right, let's build it. All right, guys, so here we go. All the components are done. Now we're going to assemble. So my idea is almost like a little bit of family style. Have these cutlets laid out. Somewhat like that, okay? Come back in. This fresh sauteed garlic spinach. All right, see how much we thickened up on that sauce? That's exactly what I'm talking about, okay? All that goodness. Take that. Just let that drizzle over top of it. Come back, hit it with a little bit of bacon. And there you go. I have no idea what to call it. I just know that once we had that Alfredo sauce, I could not get it out of my head. Pork tenderloin is something I've been wanting to do on the flat top. So I thought, what better way to incorporate the two? Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let's try a bite, see what happens. I know it's going to be good. I tried the sauce off camera and I was... A little bite of spinach.
It just smells delicious.
A little bit of bacon. Now you see why. Now you see why I didn't want to overpower the pork.
Home run.
Now look, don't tell me it's good because the audience is listening to you. But try that. Let me get a little piece of bacon. Try that. Can I put the camera on you? Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.